Hi and welcome to Oscar and Phil. I've heard and read that you guys did an amazing dive in the Långban mine, to the bottom of the Lokashaft. Would you just start tell us a little bit more about the mine itself, about the Långban, Phil?
Yeah, the Långban mine for me is very, very special because unlike a lot of mines around the world, it's a museum. It's basically a time capsule of industrial archaeology. A lot of the infrastructure of the mine, the tools and the equipment are still there. So it's like a piece of history that you're swimming around in.
Yeah, so we have a lot of mines around Sweden, especially in the area where Långban and Tunahästberg and those are. A lot of them dedicated to iron ore. Långban is special that they have a lot of unique minerals, so it's actually quite famous just for having the highest number of minerals basically anywhere in the world.
Amazing. What was your impression when you reached the bottom of the Lokashaft for the first time, and what was the depth of the dive?
So my first impression was how undisturbed it was. You think of the age of it and the fact that this shaft is open to the surface. There was no real modern debris there. It was like it would have been when it was used as an elevator for the workmen. The depth at the bottom was 131 meters.
Yeah, so go through a few different sections going down this shaft, open rooms where these elevator cables are more or less hanging free in this big room. But towards the end you're going more into really a narrower tube, the last 30 meters or so, until you reach the final room where the workers could then enter the lift from there.
Sounds great. How about the dive itself, the duration of the dive? What was the biggest challenge in terms of the conditions and the environment? What do you think was the biggest challenge for you?
I think the biggest challenge in a dive of this nature is the cold and the potential risk of flooded dry suit. Now we're using extremely high quality dry suits and undergarments and heating, but a flood would be a very dangerous situation. So we overcome that challenge by the use of habitats for dry decompression at points throughout the ascent.
Yeah, so we spent quite a lot of time last year or so with several members of the Långban group to install new habitats and to reinforce the ones that we had there already. So we now have a deep habitat at about 18 meters depth and a big one at 6 meters. So you can do large chunks of the decompression actually dry with the ability to heat up even and have something warm to drink or so while you're doing that.
How about the surface support and the support of the divers? How many people was involved in the whole project?
Well, we were on site for 7 days and we were diving with our deep support divers for the first 5, and then they supported us on the setup dive on the Saturday and the final dive on the Sunday. So we'd really built a good camaraderie and a good team by the actual dive itself. We had 2 deep water support divers who met us at 70 meters during our ascent, and 2 shallow water divers that met us at 30 meters during our continued ascent, and then checked on us at 6 meters when we got into the habitat. So it was a really nice team at the right places when we needed to have that reassurance.
Yeah, it sounds great. Is the diving in Långban a part of the project which you run together with the Långban Museum? Do you know? Can you tell a bit more about it, the cooperation?
Yes, the Långban mine is a museum, and the whole area above ground as well is very well preserved. The buildings are still there, and it's run as a museum open to the public, especially during summer. So the diving group that's there also try to support the museum with documenting, taking pictures, telling more of what we find in the various areas that haven't been seen since it was flooded. Yeah.
It's really nice that people can actually see, who are not the divers, how does it look underwater. It's always amazing. About you guys, I know that there is a lot of people who'd like to know more about a dive, and I know that I have a chance to meet you if you want in person, because you are going to be in Lysekil this Saturday and Sunday on our demo day. Yeah.
Saturday we'll be in Lysekil, so you can come by Slegge or dive center, dive team there. We're gonna be hanging out.
Yeah,
maybe go for a dive.
Answer some questions about this dive or diving like these environments in general. Be great to meet some people, so hope you come along.
Yeah, you can talk about the gear you are using as well during the demo, that people can try it out, try the suits, what's the difference between them and things like this. Great.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.